What music would you like to listen to right now?
I start with Pontus. What kind of music do you want to hear right now?
It would be.
Don't think. Just say.
Just say. Balls to the walls.
Balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall.
Yeah. Well, since he's older than me, I have to listen to what he recites. So I go for balls to the wall too.
It's a dark classic. Let's think about a song you wish you would written from every songs.
That would have written?
Yes. What songs from all songs which were written you want to write?
Yeah, this is a tricky question because there are so many good songs. When you said that, I had like 1 million songs just coming through my mind, but I would like to have written something like Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
Something. Imagine Pontus if you wrote the riff for Smoke in the Water.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yes. Or maybe like the Pinball Wizard. The Who? For the it's not the Who. It's
From Tomé.
Sorry.
The Pinball Wizard from the opera Tomé.
Yes.
By the Who.
Yeah.
Never heard.
Oh, it's great.
Very great album.
Yeah, it's like a musical piece, that can wow.
One from the first of rock operas in the world, by the Who.
Yeah, I know Tony, but I'm not really sure I know the song by name, maybe if I hear it.
Okay. And if you have not been a singer, what musical instrument would you like to play in your band?
Bass.
Bass. Yeah. Bassmen are cool.
Bass, yeah, well, because then I can party hard after the show, because the bass is kind of a little simpler than playing the guitar, and not so demanding as playing the drums.
And if I have to say, I have to say a triangle. Because it's light, it's easy to travel with. It's like, ding! It's perfect.
So, guitarist Oskar Droniak wrote a book about Hammerfall 3 years ago. The book has not been published in Czech Republic, that's a pity. Have you read the book?
Yes, I read the book.
And what do you think about the book?
I think it's a story, first of all, from his perspective, from his point of view, which is very important to mention here. It's not a book about Hammerfall in that regard. It's a book about Oskar Droniak. It's part of Hammerfall. So it's more like a diary from him. I think it's a well-written piece, and I'm really not surprised, but it's really but maybe a little surprised that he managed to write this all by himself without the help from like a ghostwriter.
But he's very good on keep everything documented through the years with everything. He writes down. He writes a diary, I think. Doesn't he?
Somehow he
more or less.
just put important things down. But he missed some stuff, and
Yes.
I pointed that out. Oscar, on this date, 11 years ago, we did this, and you missed that in your book.
And what about to write your own book?
Well, I got this question came up a couple of times from a publisher, and I said, well, no, I don't want to do this, because either you go like all the way and you write about everything, and I don't really want to hang people out to dry like that. So I turned this offer down. At the same time, I don't really think my life is that interesting for people to read about, but maybe it is, since they keep on asking me. But at this point, I don't see a need for it. I would release it because I want to do it, not because other people are demanding me to do it.
And you?
I think maybe in 10 years' time, I could consider it to write something. At the moment, it's like Joachim said, it's not that much of interest. What I think, I need to be inspired myself in that case, to do something, to share something.
I think you should, in that case, do a cookbook.
That would be a good idea.
Cookbook with Hammerfall?
Yes. Metal food.
Metal food. Food for true metallists.
Exactly.
And Fredrik Nordstrand has produced your record Revolution. He has produced your very first and second album too. will records Built to Last follow the concept of revolution?
Oh, now I lost you there. Can you please repeat the question? Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Frederick Herström has produced your record Revolution, and he also produced your first two albums.
Yeah.
And you cooperate with him again. So will record Built to Last follow the concept of revolution?
I mean, you mean recording-wise or?
Music. Is the music in the same concept as the concept on revolution? Built to Last.
Oh, you totally lost me here because of Fredrik Nordström. But I mean, musically, I mean, it's Hammerfall, and Hammerfall is we're sounding in a certain way, also the way we write music. I think this is somehow linked to the Revolution album due to the fact that was kind of the restart of the band. After a break, we came back with a very strong album that really set the standard for the future of the band. And also on that album we invited Fredrik to come back to work with us. We also continued working with James Michael, and all these ingredients that were so successful on Revolution we used for Built to Last, but of course with new songs. So I mean, they're connected in a way, but still two different releases.
And how much was the final form of Built to Last affected by the fact that you didn't have that much time on its creation as on Revolution?
Still, we didn't have that much time to write Revolution either. I think we had more time to write and compose Built to Last than Revolution, because we were on a break. And we were not really eager to start writing at that point. We felt like, okay, we have a date set, we're going to release an album over here. Let's worry about that, when it comes close to the release date.
Yes.
So I think we wrote that album. I often say that album wrote itself.
Okay, and do you work better if you are under pressure?
I always do that, yes. Because if someone tells me, okay, you're going to release an album in 3 years. Okay, let's worry about that in 2 years.
How would you describe the Built to Last in Hammerfall's discographic context? Classical Hammerfall, you say?
Yeah.
It's something special, Built to Last.
I mean, everything, it's 10 brand new compositions. And I think the title, Built to Last, says it all. This is an album kind of framing a career of almost 20 years that is built to last. And this is a solid work, it's a solid piece of work that will last for a long, long time. No matter what genres come and go, this will last.
And what was, do your first albums still inspire you today?
Our first albums, you mean?
Do your first albums still inspire you today?
You mean
if your first two albums are big inspiration for you? At this moment on the last two records, especially Revolution and Built to Last, because I think it's a little bit return to the roots of Hammerfall.
I don't think that was really something we planned to do. I mean, Glory to the Brave is still the most important album we ever done, because it was the debut album and it had such an impact on the whole genre. By inviting Fredrik Nordström to be part of the production team again, I think that is why we opened the door to the first two albums. Because he was there, he was part of the team making the first two albums magical. But we never really sat down and thought about it or made a cunning plan. Okay, let's write songs in the same vein as Glory to the Brave or Legacy of Kings. It was never, anything like that.
After the Revolution was released, Stefan Elmgren came back to your band. Has his comeback some kind of effect on the new material?
No, he never came back to the band. He was just standing on one tour, or two tours, for Fredrik, who had to be home with his girlfriend, you know, they're getting the second baby.
Yeah, yes, I know, but if he came back to the band, if it's remained to old times of the Hammerfall.
Yes, it felt, you know, it was really great to have him on these tours because he brought back so much happiness and joy. We had a great time with him on tour.
Okay, my question is if he's in Hammerfall again, if this fact have some kind of effect on the new material?
Not on the material, not at all, not at all. But I think he had a very personal effect on the guys in the band, on us, you know, on a personal basis. That when we were done with the tour, we were all in a very good mood. And of course, when we started to write music again, we felt, let's try and keep this special feeling that we have.
On the cover of the Revolution has your mascot Hector appearance as a samurai. And on the cover of About to Last, we can see him with Thor's hammer and the scales in his hands. What does Hector's actual image means?
Well, first of all, it's not Thor's hammer. He had a hammer for the 19 years already, and that's his own hammer.
Is his own?
Yeah, it's his own hammer. If you look at the older covers, it's always been a hammer in his hand. Because Hammerfall, Hector with his hammer.
Yeah.
There's a lot of symbols there. So that's kind of a that's his weapon. I mean, he is a warrior, and his weapon is a hammer. Don't mess with him. So, and then we just want to have him in different posture on the new album. I had an idea about having him with the scales, being the judge and the juror of everyone. Is kind of the don't mess around with him because he will sentence you and then he will punish you big time.
Have you been about an appearance of your mascot Hector before the releasing date a lot? Has designer devised Hector's visage on his hair own? If you understand me.
Not really.
Sorry. If you very discuss about the Hector's image on the cover of the next album, or if you have got give the space for the designer.
It's usually the artist is want to have some titles when they start creating the artwork, and then we come in and make some changes. For instance, in the beginning, Hector was standing in a regular posture, and we said no, we want to have him more doing something. So that's why we added the scales and also that he turned his head. Maybe he's looking into the future, who knows? Or maybe he's looking back. We just want to have him doing something different.
Okay. And what appearance of Hector do you like the most? What image of Hector is your favorite?
I love the first one, where he's just standing there, with his hammer, looking cool. I like that a lot. But
sorry.
I have to say, when he was on the song Hector's Hymn, when he was breaking out of the stone and smashing his hammer, that was, he made a statement, and that made a statement that Hammerfall was back after the break and everything. It's like, I like that.
One of the coolest covers, in my opinion, that we also took with us on stage was Chapter 5, when he's, I think it was the single cover, when the hand and the hammer came bursting out of the ice.
Yeah.
I think that was really cool. Hector is always cool.
Yeah.
You are going to play in Zlín next year. Have you thought about the setlist yet? How much space will have material from the new album on this concert?
There will be a lot of space because this is part of the tour. We haven't really thought about the set list since we just came out of the studio, and now I think that will be in the process for the next month or two. We will start, putting together a set list. But I mean, it will be, like 3-4 songs of the new album, of course, because we just need to find the the best songs that are, that fits well to the set list.
And the problem is, what songs are we going to take away from the set list that we love and the fans love? So it's going to be very hard also to take away some really good songs to put in new songs. So
Always tricky.
always
We have
tricky.
10 albums out now, it's like 100, 120 songs to choose from, and we're going to play like 16 or 17. That's going to be hard.